Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dr. V's Motivational Monday, where this is a video series on self-regulation and effective learning strategies, where our goal is to learn how to learn, because after all, guys, learning should be fun. And this week, we're going to talk about how we can fight procrastination. I know, much like all of you, I have been a victim of procrastination. I have fallen into the procrastination cycle, and it's really important to have good, solid ways to get yourself back out of that. And today, we're going to talk about how you can talk yourself to success, how you can use your own communication skills to help yourself find ways outside of your procrastination. So the first way that you can do this, guys, is to become your own hype man. Rather than focusing on phrases such as, I can't do this, I can't deal with this, try things like, I've got this, I'm capable, and I can handle anything, especially if I take it one step at a time. What's happening with procrastination often is that our mind is telling ourselves that it's easier to do nothing than to do the work. And allowing yourself to be your own hype man can get you past that hurdle. The next thing to do is to challenge your negative thoughts. Rather than tell yourself, I can deal with this later, remember that that's not always true, and sometimes putting it off is even worse than just doing it. And so instead, try focusing on how much you can get accomplished in 10 minutes. Anybody can do anything for 10 minutes. And if you really buckle down, you'll find that you'll get a lot more done on your work than you would if you waited and then tried to do it all at another time. Typically, we spend more time trying to get out of doing something than the actual work would take us. The next thing is going to be to visualize success. Instead of telling yourself that you'll never finish something, that you'll never be able to do it, just really try picturing how proud and relieved you're going to feel once you get that thing accomplished. This is really going to engage some self-communication to boost your motivation. Try talking to yourself about how good you're going to feel when it's done. This really small mental shift can really be a catalyst in allowing ourselves to get past our own procrastination. Tip number 4 is going to be kind to yourself. It's okay for us to think that we can do more, but we shouldn't constantly focus on how imperfect our work is. So instead of telling yourself that my work is not perfect, my work could be better, just remember that you're making progress and that every time you engage with the material is a net positive. And as you continue forward, you're only going to make more progress. After all, guys, education is all about the power of yet. You might not know something yet, but that doesn't mean you can't learn it. Last, affirm your wins. Instead of talking to yourself about how you're not very good or how an assignment isn't super great, instead reframe that to how proud you are for the efforts you put in. That's going to allow you to think about the assignment, about the project a little bit differently. Because if you only think about what it could be, you'll always live in a state of anxiety about that perfection down the road. But it's not about being perfect. It's about small wins that guarantee we're moving in the right direction. That positive step is what reinforces your forward momentum. Now, it's fine to have all these ways that we can talk ourselves to success, but how about an actual solution to procrastination? Something we can do to get ourselves out of that procrastinating mindset. And what we're really looking at here is the Pomodoro technique. And it's 6 different steps to this technique. First, you need to decide what it is you're working on. What project or task or assignment is it that you want to tackle? Don't try to tackle everything at once. Remember, humans are terrible multitaskers. All we can do is task shift and task split. We cannot actually multitask. The next thing you're going to do is set a timer for 25 minutes. This is known as a Pomodoro, where you're giving yourself a very clear time frame. After that, you're going to focus solely on the identified task for those 25 minutes, getting as much done on that task as you can in the amount of time you've been allotted. Then, when your timer goes off, Set a 5-minute break timer. Take 5 minutes to relax, stretch, walk around a little bit, grab a quick snack, and then come back at the end of that 5 minutes. Once you've done that, you'll set a timer for another 25 minutes and repeat the process. And what they would recommend is 4 Pomodoros, so 25 minutes times 4, earns you a longer 15 to 30 minute break that is going to allow you to recharge. If you utilize these steps and talk to yourself in the correct way, you can fight procrastination. This is everything for this week's episode of Dr. V's Motivational Monday on how you can fight procrastination. If you have ideas on what you would like to see for future content, don't be afraid to scan this QR code. Take care, everybody.